What comes to your mind when you see and experience rapid development and modernization in Malaysia today? Dr. Mahathir Mohamad is the person behind all these achievements. This can be achieved by Malaysia because he has led Malaysia well in various aspects, including economic, political, and social, from 1981 until 2003 for 22 years. However, although he is dubbed as an achieving leader in administering Malaysia, his leadership qualities are deemed dubious by certain. It has been in ongoing debate due to the misapprehension of his leadership, as it seems unusual compared to the other world leaders. Therefore, in my study, I examine Mahathir's leadership by looking at the boundary condition, interaction styles, and dissemination of influence that he practiced during his tenure as the fourth Prime Minister to provide a better understanding of Mahathir's leadership. In my study, I used a qualitative research approach by applying case study as a case design, using document analysis and interview methods. The sources are his self-written autobiography and 5 credible informants, including Mahathir himself. In my study, Mahathir was found to be an outstanding national leader because the elements of leadership that he practiced were in line with the leadership elements of charismatic, pragmatic, and transformational leadership theory, which are categorized under outstanding leadership. However, at the same time, I found out that Mahathir's excellence is also due to the authentic elements of leadership that he has in himself, like highly visionary, consult with experts, solve problems efficiently, firm in cultivating prerogative powers, emphasize moral principle, never tire of emphasizing vision, visit wayward sites, and set good example to followers. Also, it is important to note that other factors influencing Mahathir's distinctive leadership style at that time were the current political situation where the people are still backward, the value system was corrupted, lack of technology and expertise, and the people were still dependent on government assistance. This situation demanded him to use his own approach in leading. In conclusion, in addition to the elements of leadership that parallel to the three theories under outstanding leadership, the element of authentic leadership definitely have placed Mahathir in his own different league as a national leader. That authenticity makes him look different compared to his counterparts around the world. That is the authenticity of Mahathir's leadership.
Hey, now we are doing the Q&A session.
You want to start? Okay. How many questions should we allocate for participants? Oh, each pen just one question.
I maybe one or two or three. Yeah.
So thank you, Aimi, for your presentation. Can you hear me?
Yes, Doctor, I can hear you. Thank you.
So your study regarding the Tun Mahathir Mohamad. So my question is, what is the biggest, what is the biggest fear or weakness that you found into Mahathir?
Okay. The biggest fear or the weaknesses that Mahathir has is that he cannot easily tolerate with other people's ideas because he is said to be very highly intelligent in a way that he can think like over the things thoroughly. So he has his own ideas, like very well planned ideas. So in a way that when he has that kind of thoughts or ideas in how he wants to lead Malaysia, it makes him seems intolerant to other people's suggestion or other people say in everything that he has. But it is important for us to know that he is actually consulting other people before he execute any ideas or any policy that he wants to make in Malaysia.
Okay, Nur ID, can you hear me?
Yeah, that's thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
Okay, congratulations for being able to participate, okay, in this competition. All right,
Thank you very much.
yeah. Okay, my question is, um, how do you think Mahathir's concept in politics can help the current generation?
Okay. In my opinion, Mahathir concepts in leading Malaysia is very well accepted before because the people or the condition of the people during that time. However, when it comes into the real norms, like real now, current days, it seems like he needs to be more flexible because our people are moving forward in so many ways. People are more liberated in a way that they can have say or they want to say and they know what are their rights or what are their things that they could ask for from the government. So that's why Mahathir needs to be more flexible in our current days. So I want to say that it is not that Mahathir cannot be accepted today, but he need to like change a bit on how his approach to leading if he still want to be in power in Malaysia today. Thank you, Dr.
All right, Aini, congratulations. Okay, my question is, what is your research contribution?
Okay. My research contribution is that I could see that now Mahathir is being dubbed or can be said or can be justified that he is really a pragmatic, a charismatic, and also transformational leaders. And these three theories are already under the outstanding leadership theories. However, I found out that Mahathir has another set of leadership skills, which is the authentic leadership skills. That's what makes the contribution to the body of knowledge. Meaning that I found out that authentic theory are the other one theory that can help um, or that can support outstanding theories, outstanding leadership theories. Meaning that before that we only have three, pragmatic, charismatic, and transformational. But now I can add or I can support, I can suggest that there's another one theory, which is authentic theory. And these are like the contribution to the knowledge.
No question for me.
I have one more question. I mean,
Okay,
based on your observation, among other prime minister that we have since Rahman till now, who do you think that is very close to the Tun Mahathir in terms of the leadership?
okay. If I were to answer that question, Doctor, the closest one to Mahathir in terms of relationship, I would say Tun Abdul Razak, because Mahathir emulate like lots of his policy, his suggestion, his ideas on how to develop Malaysia. So I think that the most closest one in terms of ideas, it would be Tun Abdul Razak. And if we want to say about Tun Abdul Rahman, they are very completely different between each other. They have like conflicting ideas. And in a way that in terms of economics, I think Mahathir has some sort of relation related to Najib in a way that they have very good ideas on how to develop the economy of Malaysia. And I would say that Mahathir is he himself. That for me personally, I think from my observation, I cannot compare him with the other leaders, I mean our prime minister, because he is really different in his own ways. And it is not being said or being agreed by just in Malaysia, but also in other counterparts in this world.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Doctor.
Thank you, Amy. Good luck to you.
Thank you, Doctor.
Alright.
Thank you very much, all panelists.
Thank you, Amy. You may let us know and congratulations. We will contact you to enter the Zoom meeting again for the winner announcement. Thank you, Amy.
Thank you.
Okay, alright.
Kita tak ada. Tadi slide tu,
Tadi slide kan?
gambar Mahathir tu je kan? Kan? Kita cakap ada slide tu.
Memang 3 minit. Memang macam tu.
Memang macam itu.
Memang dia punya ke memang,
Dia punya video dia memang ada satu je slide.
tapi slide tu boleh jadi grafik.
Oh,
One.
just background saja.
Yes. Only one photo represent dia punya research.
Sekarang style dia macam tu. Sebab saya nak jawab yang soalan last.
Soalan last kali saya pun.
Macam mana PowerPoint tu?
Kalau tengok dekat yang kata winner tu dia memang satu slide yang punya winner.
Satu ni ada satu slide.
Yang ada lah intro sikit, objektif ke apa kan.
More like a poster. dalam kelas ni. Oh, the
Parents and community involvement in Johor Islamic Integrated Primary Religious School. Why parents and community are important in having this school? Now, it's not only to help to develop the school, but it is for the sake of the pupils itself. Why? Because these pupils are the generation for the future. First and foremost, let me tell you why parents and community should have the school. Now, when we talk about school, it is a place where it is to develop future generation, not in terms of formal education, but towards the moral value. A good example given by the parents and by the community towards the developing school is essential to ensure that every people get involved in showing good example for the people. Busy with work, finding money from the parents and community is not the only big question why parents and community are running away from school. But it is for the sake of the people they should spend and come to school and help them. The pupils themselves are learning to get more attention from the parents, not only from the school. Therefore, a strong collaboration between parents, community, and school are essential in developing this new generation. On the other hand, these pupils are learning towards the ICT. Therefore, lacking of the usage of ICT in the school require attention from these people. Therefore, help them, support them with these technological tools, because these schools are lacking of these technology tools. By helping the school, you are also helping the future generation. Therefore, a strong collaboration, communication will create a relationship and bond that can help nurture the pupils for a better future. Spend your time with your kids and help the school for a better future. Therefore, no one will lag behind as the world are moving forward towards better and greater. Thank you.
Okay, Muhammad Adam, congratulations for the presentation. Right? How are you today? Adam, can you hear?
Adam, please unmute your mic.
I think it is on already. Yeah.
Okay.
Hello. Okay.
Can you hear? Can you hear? Can you
Yes.
hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Yeah. How are you today?
I'm doing good. Thank you.
Okay, good. All right. Okay, your topic is interesting. I just want to ask you, why do you think the communication is very crucial when you are actually looking at the facilities in schools?
Right. Communication is essential towards parents, community, and the school, especially for the school to give information, sufficient information, and then to receive the feedback from the parents and the community towards the school. It is a two-way process for the school, community, and the parents to ensure that the developing education can help to increase the knowledge for the sake of the pupils.
Thank you.
Assalamualaikum, Madam.
Waalaikumsalam.
Okay, how are you today?
I'm doing good. Thank you.
Alhamdulillah. So, firstly, congratulations for your presentation. So, my question is, why this research very significant to you? Significant of your
Yes, in this study, in this presentation that I've shown to you, the significance for this presentation is it is to help the community and the parents to understand the real situation and the real phenomena that is happening in our current community towards current time. Because when it's talk about busy parents searching for financial aid, whatever, they are lacking of concentration towards their children. Therefore, it is very important for the parents and community to help the students, to help the pupils, and for their kids, because it is very important. And this paper should be an example towards all the party involved, and it should be a good example for them.
All right, thank you very much, Anna.
Thank you.
Other questions?
Okay, Adam, Assalamualaikum.
Yes. Assalamualaikum.
You mentioned about the support that needed by the school, such as the ICTs and other infrastructures, right?
Yes,
So,
correct.
in your opinion, what do you think that the community and the people around the schools to support to create a safer culture of the school?
To create a safer culture, we need to have a strong collaboration between community, parents, and school, because school cannot react as a sole party, but they must work together with the community and parents. Therefore, back to the significance of this presentation, it is very important for the parents, community, and school to work together, because school cannot work alone, parents cannot work alone, and community also cannot work alone. When these three parties get involved together, therefore, they can help to create a stronger and safe school environment. Thank you.
Adam, I have one more
Yes.
question for you.
Sure.
Why do you think your study is very special? Because looking at your topic, you are talking about the collaboration between these three agents, right?
Yes.
The school parents and the teachers. As we know, we already have PTA, right?
Sure.
Parent Teacher Association. So how do you think your study is going to contribute more?
When we talk about PTA, PTA is important, but PTA is what I found out is they only focus for those committee members, but it is beyond than that, because we need to involve every parent, every committee. Although the community doesn't have any children in the school, but they must work together to have the school. Therefore, PTA is good, but it is not sufficient enough to have the school.
Can you very briefly explain the finding of your study?
The finding of the study found out that the strong collaboration and communication between the community and the community, parents, and school able to help the school to be better by giving more help through financial, infrastructure development, and through support. They do not have to wait from the budget and financial from the government, but they can work on their own, because we know that the red tape bureaucracy from the government is taking time. Therefore, by the help of these three strong parties, they're able to develop the school.
All right. Thank you very much, Adam. Wish
Thank
you all the
you.
best for your study as well. All right.
Thank you, Dr.
Okay.
Thank you, everyone.
Welcome. Bye.
Welcome.
Thank you, Adam. You may left now and
Thank you.
congratulations.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Adam, can you left now?
Okay.
Can you imagine the integration between flexible curriculum, outdoor learning, and forest learning pedagogy to indigenous people will offer wonderful teaching and learning experience to them? Many researchers believe that interaction between education and the environment can enhance people's competence. In promoting meaningful learning, especially due to indigenous school or sekolah kebangsaan asli, Malaysia Ministry of Education support integration action plan that promote forest friendly pedagogy known as PRIMPA for people to gain a green and a happy experience outside the classroom. Unfortunately, the teachers' anxiety and fear of dangers posing a threat to people's safety are an obstacle to implement PRIMPA. What's so scary about that? Some teachers are nervous and are not familiar to conduct teaching in outdoor environment. Teacher will face a variety of risks in planning and supervising pupil activity. Here, the research is all about. The implementation of PRIMPA will introducing a risk-taking approach that will offer opportunities for teachers and students to engage in risky activities to gain valuable experience and knowledge. It may seem daunting, but if the risks are well managed, the learning session will be meaningful. Through this study, I will look deeper on how the risks inherent in the implementation of PRIMA benefit teaching in learning through risk management practices. The model will be developed by exploring three main constructs, which are risk management, outdoor learning through PRIMA, and the benefit of teaching and learning. According to research paradigm, in order to build this model, an exploratory sequential mixed methods design was used to create the studies at indigenous school involving 330 teachers around Malaysia. Two stages approaches were conducted by collecting a wide range of data to introduce expert validation, focus group discussion, and questionnaire surveys of teachers' perceptions and its PRIMA risk management practice. The research finding will contribute in promoting risky activities such as jumping, rolling, climbing trees, because teacher responsibility as a local apprentice is very important when conducting PRIMA by assessing the risk inherent in high or low level activities. The purpose of this model is a guide for teachers at sekolah kebangsaan asli to more creative in creating a safety and appropriate teaching and learning environment so that the indigenous peoples were able to experience learning and enhance knowledge.
Wait, slide. 3 minutes, eh?
Oh, dia dah potong siap-siap.
Dia potongkan ke sini yang potong?
Tak, video dia macam tu.
Video
Yang
itu.
dia tak complete ke?
So, not ending lah.
Saya
Dia tajuk dia bagus. Dan dia punya ni very clear.
ada dah macam nampak.
Dia flow dia ada. Flow
Najib, are
dia.
you there? Najib? Najib?
Hello, Assalamualaikum.
Okay, alright.
Waalaikumsalam.
Can you open your video? Camera, please. Najib, please open your camera.
Open my camera.
Yes. Okay, alright.
All right. So, Q&A session.
Okay, Najib, congratulations.
Thank you.
Okay, I have one question. What are the main achievement of your research?
Thank you for the question. the main, I think the most important thing in my research is how I conduct the research in urban school that started in Malaysia, where there is orang asli there. They need education, same like people's in uh, living in city like Johor Bahru and Kuala Lumpur, because people who live in the kampung orang asli, they need special education, not a special like pemulihan khas, but something that close to them, like forest, like river. That is why I like to doing my research in this field. Thank you.
Okay, Najib, how are you today?
Fine.
Okay, good. All right. Very interesting topic. Congratulations on your presentation. Okay, you actually managed to highlight an important area. I think this is an important research. Okay. I just want to ask you, what actually transpired you to do this research?
Okay, thank you for that question. The most important thing that inspired me is I want to contribute at least something to the field of risk management, in, especially in education, because in the field of risk management, there's a lot of research been done in financial banking sector, in uh, uh, industrial sector, but there is lack of studying uh, in school, especially under Kementerian Pendidikan Malaysia. That's why I'm very interested to doing my study in risk management. By the way, Kementerian Pendidikan Malaysia attached me as a Kementerian Pendidikan Malaysia attached me as a student at UTHM to doing my research, free research on risk management. That's all.
Thank you.
All right. Firstly, congratulations, Muhammad Najib.
Thank you.
All right. So I have only one question. Okay, what are the main impact and outcome of your study? All right. Thank you.
The main impact when we talk about outdoor learning, there is an impact direct to the children. Many researchers done the study. They're doing lots of research on outdoor education, very give impact to the students. But for teachers, there is a problem because the orang asli, they are very useful in the forest. But for teachers, they get their education and they get their training in maktab perguruan, where they get a formal basic education for students. But in Malaysia, there are a lot types of school. There are a lot types of students. We have sekolah dinas kebangsaan Cina, we have sekolah rendah agama Bersepadu, and we also have sekolah kebangsaan orang asli. And then in Malaysia, we have many culture. We have many tribes, Malay, Chinese, Indian, in Sabah, Sarawak, so many. For orang asli also, they have three main tribes in Malaysia. We 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 focus on orang asli because we know that orang asli, they are left behind from us. one of orang asli in Johor Bahru, if we know, familiar with Kota Tinggi, we call it Kanak, kaum Kanak. The these tribes, they're going to disappear in the world, where UNESCO have taken this issue as a big issue lah. But we afraid that when we don't look at this orang asli in future, they might be disappear from Malaysia. That's why we want to support. We want to support what Kementerian Pendidikan Malaysia have done, have planned to this orang asli from the Plan Pembangunan Pendidikan Kebangsaan. There's one plan it's called special plan for orang asli. So that's they come up with one model that make the teaching and learning close to the forest. They call it Meserimba. Meserimba is where they want to use forest, river, out of sources, out of the class for your learning methods. And my study is when the teacher is fear and anxiety of teaching outside the classroom, they will affect the teaching and learning, of the teacher, because they're so afraid. When they're afraid, they just I don't want to do the class session outside the classroom because I'm afraid. Why I'm afraid? Because they don't have the training, they don't have the experience to bring the people outside the classroom. But the orang asli, they don't want to stay in the classroom. They want to stay outside the classroom. That's why I'm looking for one model that did not stress on the what law or make the teacher feel comfortable to make teaching and learning outside the classroom. I think that is my opinion. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Wish all the best.
Thank you.
Good question.
Okay, good luck to you, Najib.
Yes, thank
So see
you.
you next time. Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
Thank you, Najib. Email us now and congratulations. Najib, can you left now? Next, our contestant, Bambang Hengki Rainanto from SPTP.
Assalamualaikum. Hello, my name is Bambang. About 5 years ago, I was surprised by the news that the city I was living 15 years ago and two other neighboring cities suddenly to have a flooding disaster. How come a city is located in highland suddenly reported flooding, and this disaster happened in the last 2 years? For one of the reasons, it may be because the cities become a popular tourist destination. Millions of tourists visit every year, and thousand hotel was full. The number of hotels in three cities is 44% in East Java province. We can imagine how crowded the number of hotels in the city is. For the tourism sectors, when the environmental is damaged, the tourism industry will be destroyed. From here, the system is begun because this is important that environmental parameter should be studied to solve a sustainable for tourism. The object of this research is the hotel industry in East Java province, Indonesia country. In this study, there are two parameters x-axis and one parameter as mediator and one parameter for the y-axis. The first parameter is environmental management system, and then the second parameter is environmental behavior. And the third parameter, and also as a mediator, is the green marketing mix. And the y-axis is sustainable industry performance from hotel industry. The study involved 228 respondents with manager position, which is one manager is represented for one hotel. Reason why manager level as a respondent, because he or she is someone who fully involved with the hotel management. Also, they mostly as a role model for behavior for the hotel employees. This analysis is used smartly as a version formula. There are 70 hypotheses. Then the result of analysis shows that 14 hypotheses are accepted and 3 hypotheses are rejected. I put red cross on the hypothesis was rejected. And the interesting finding from the result of this study is all connection with green marketing mix are accepted. This means the green marketing mix strategy fully support a sustainable performance on hotel. As a scientific result for the suggestion is green marketing mix become a policy for the future, for hotel, for association, and also the government itself. Of course, the hotel industry is not the only cause of the flooding, but at least they can make a positive contribution for the sustainable tourism. Thank you.
Okay. Bambang, how are you?
Yes.
How are you today?
Alhamdulillah, I'm fine. Thank you very much.
Okay, that's good. Good to hear.
Yes, I'm from Indonesia.
Where are you presenting now from?
Sorry, pardon?
Where are you now?
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I'm right now in Indonesia, Bogor City in West Java.
I see.
Yeah, south side of Jakarta.
Okay. The connection is good there? The online connection is good?
Online connection is good, yeah.
Okay, that's good. All right. So firstly, congratulations for being able to conduct a good presentation.
Thank you very much.
So we will have this question and answer session now, very briefly. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, Bambang, congratulations. I have one question.
Yes.
Based on your research, who will be most interested in your, in your work?
Okay. I think that because the result is very important for hotel industry. I mean, the hotel industry and on all of the tourism sectors in Indonesia especially become interested with my research because for the very interesting is in my research I found that green marketing mix, which is right now is mandatory for hotel, but with my research is voluntary, but with my research is probably become a mandatory. So the hotel itself, and also association of hotel, and also the government itself maybe.
Just now you mentioned about the x-axis and the y-axis, right?
Yes.
Okay, Bambang. How do you connect, how did you actually come to this decision to study these two factors? I think it is about system and also behavior, right?
Yes.
Yeah, can you explain a little bit on that?
Sorry, please repeat because the voice is a little bit, yeah.
Yeah, sure. How did you actually decide on these two parameters, system and behavior?
Okay, okay, yeah, I got it. Yeah, that because the one parameter is environmental management system. Environmental management system, it means little bit both of parameter is voluntary, but the one parameter is similar with in Indonesia we call it AMDAL, analysis dampak lingkungan, or in English is impact analysis on environment. And then the second parameter is pro environmental behavior. This is fully voluntary. So why I decide this two of the parameter, because the ones is similar with Indonesian regulation but not exactly same, and the another one is because voluntary, and some hotel already implemented to their hotel. So this is interesting to me to combine two parameters, environmental parameters.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Hi, Bambang.
Yes.
I have a question regarding the green marketing.
Yes.
That you mentioned about what is the government support or initiative given to the hotels or industries that are using green marketing currently in Indonesia?
Yeah, until right now, the green marketing itself still not mandatory. It's still not legal. They usually some hotel using for green marketing mix for their policy, but for for the government itself is not mandatory. So hopefully with this research become a give suggestion to the government to make little bit strict for the hotel industry should be implement for green marketing. Yeah, for the green marketing itself still not mandatory, sir, for Indonesia. Yeah.
No question.
Okay, all right. So should we conclude? Okay, so Bambang, good luck with your study. All right. So
Thank you very much.
thank you very much. Have a nice day. All right.
Yeah,
Bye.
yeah. Bye. Assalamualaikum. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Bambang. You may let now. Congratulations.
Culture, Indonesian culture.
Assalamualaikum Cikgu Fazli. I know you, the best headmaster in Malaysia. Congratulations Cikgu for your achievement. All headmaster, can you imagine his effort before? You can do it. Headmaster, relax. Ministry of Education Malaysia has mentioned the strategies for improving school performance in Malaysia Education Blueprint 2013 to 2025. Just follow. Headmaster need to practice instructional leadership. Why instructional leadership? Instructional leadership already proven to improve school performance. Not only that, MOE also committed prepare their SKPMG2 for guideline. Guidelines are referred to leadership, administration, curriculum, co-curriculum, student affairs, teaching and facilitation, and student development. Complete. The issue is how headmaster want to improve school performance using instructional leadership. But self-performance is still low. More focused administrative methods than the learning process. Movement to another school every 5 years. And already practice instructional leadership but no change in performance. Don't be dicey, headmaster. Find a way out. Therefore, as a teacher and PhD student, I focus my research about the relationship between instructional leadership and communication towards school performance improvement. Why should be communication as a mediator? The purpose because communication is a medium, can be helped to strengthen instructional leadership towards school performance excellence. How to evaluate the relationship, instructional leadership, and communication by headmaster? Feedback from teachers are very important. Why? Because teachers are resource for headmaster. Headmaster and teachers should be together to improve school performance because they are exciting resources in school. So headmaster, please follow the predetermined strategies from KPM to success. Thank you.
Okay, Siti Amina, how are you today?
Alhamdulillah, I'm fine.
Okay, good. Congratulations for your presentation. All right. So, are you working from home today?
Yes.
Okay, all right. Because from your presentation, I understand that you are a teacher, right?
Yes.
Okay, okay, that's good. Okay. So, my question is, what made you to choose this particular topic apart from the fact that you are a teacher?
Okay. Thank you, Doctor. Because what? For me, headmaster achieve in school. So headmaster have power to influence others in school. And whatever headmasters do is always in observe by teachers and community.
Okay, thank you.
All right, congratulations, Amina, right? So, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullah.
I have one question for you. So, what are the main findings for your study?
Thank you, Doctor. For me, my main study to get to prove evidence to MOE, Headmaster, Institute Aminuddin Baki, and career consultancy companies for use of national education system transformation.
All right. Okay.
Okay. Siti Aminah, what do you think would be the contribution of your study?
Okay. What's my contribution? I want to know what leadership needs practice in school. Even the government have said everything. So what? I want feedback to teachers to know what's the important things headmaster practice. What the important things the headmaster practice to improve school performance. Okay.
Okay, Assalamualaikum Siti Aminah.
Yeah, Waalaikumsalam.
My question is regarding the what's the criteria or assessment to become a headmaster?
Okay. The criteria for performance of headmaster has a set up by MOE. That calling is that's called is SKPMG2. In Malay, Standard Quality Pendidikan Malaysia, gelombang 2. That's why in SKPMG2 have 5 criteria to evaluate the headmasters. Is about leadership, about organization, how to headmaster organize the organization, about the headmaster guide from the curriculum, co-curriculum, student affairs, and number 4 is about teaching, about teachers, about what's the headmaster guide teacher to teach a student and everything. And the last one is about student performance, how to build up the student performance to their they go to another level. That's why.
Okay, Siti Aminah, my follow-up question is regarding on the problem-solving skill. So, in your opinion, when some problems or problems happen at the school, what are the first steps that the headmaster should do?
For me, the first step is because what I choose communication. What everything problem in school, but headmaster can using can solve from communication first. Headmaster must be close to resource of school. For me is headmaster must be close to teachers to know what teachers want and what everything, what's the problem. And I think that's way is a very very important to solve any problem. That's why.
Okay, thank you.
So I think that's all for today. Siti Aminah, thank you very much for participating, and good luck to you in your studies. All right.
Okay, thank you everyone.
Right. Okay.
Assalamualaikum.
All right. Bye.
Thank you, Siti Aminah. You may leave now, and congratulations.
The course only emphasizes the construction of higher order thinking skill horse question. There is no method to teach horse. I don't remember the taxonomy level of Bloom. This scenario is very common here in the world of education. How to excel in a subject, especially mathematics, if the teachers still use traditional styles that not apply the aspect of horse among students. The interview findings show most of the teachers still lack understanding of the theory in the application of Bloom taxonomy, according to the review of Anderson and Crow 2001 in mathematics teaching. The implication is that students are not able to solve problem-solving questions that require horse. Traditional teaching style, teacher-centered, will simply be a barrier to shaping high-level thinking students. I can state here that students will be passive and uncreative because there is no two-way interaction between teacher with student, student with student in the classroom. In other situations, if possible, there should be a model as a guide to teach horse. It makes it easier for the teacher. I need a guide on how to ask students. And also, if possible, there is a suitable activity to guide to teach horse. This indicates that there is no specific model that can be used by mathematics teacher as a guide to apply horse in teaching and learning. Put it simple, we need to optimize the use of horse and teaching style in teaching and learning. A possible solution and the focus of my PhD is to integrate Russia teaching style and Anderson and Crow taxonomy in the mastery of primary school mathematics achievement. At the end of this module, the teacher can first understand and explain the concept of Russia teaching style and 5 types of teaching style, namely expert style, formal authority style, personal model style, delegated style, and facilitator style. Second, understand and explain the concept of 6-level thinking skill of Anderson and Crow taxonomy, namely remembering, understanding, applying, analyzing, evaluating, and treating to students. Third, provide expose and guidance on the application of Russia teaching style and Anderson and Crow taxonomy in teaching. Students need to be exposed with horse as early as possible in line with wishes and aspiration of Ministry of Education Malaysia to produce competitive students in education 4.0. Thank you.
Okay, Muhammad Faisal, can you hear me? Muhammad Faisal, can you hear? Can you hear me? Muhammad Faisal, can you hear me?
Faisal, please
Faisal,
unmute your mic.
can you unmute?
Unmute first.
You need to unmute your mic, your microphone. Hello. Can you hear? Mama Faisal, can you hear me? Good morning, Mama Faisal. Good morning.
Unmute.
You need to unmute.
Chat box, ada chat box. Chat box.
Already unmute.
He unmuted. Okay, good morning, Faisal. Faisal, good morning.
Chat box.
We can't hear you. Okay. Please unmute. Testing.
Ada, sorry. Dia minit. Senang je kat situ sebenarnya.
Good morning, Mama Faisal. Good morning.
Testing.
Okay. All right. We can hear you. Good morning, Faisal. Good morning.
Yes. Good morning.
How are you today?
Fine. Thank you.
Okay. All right. Thank you for the presentation. All right. Interesting presentation. This is your PhD study, right?
Right.
Okay. All right. So congratulations for being able to participate in this competition. Okay. Okay. Now we will have Q&A session, right?
Okay.
Okay. Put the judges.
Okay. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, Muhammad Faisal. How are you today?
Yes.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, I just want to ask you, so why you choose this topic for your study?
Oh, okay. Assalamualaikum everyone, and my name is Muhammad Faisal. Okay, I choose this topic because high order thinking skill, one of the hot issues that often disputed in the world of Malaysian education due to achievement in the TIMSS and PISA examination. According to Ministry of Education Malaysia 2013, students are accustomed to memorize fact, lack of emphasis in problem solving skill and thoughts. Students in Malaysia only have a basic mathematical concept, but are basically unable to transfer knowledge to solve non-routine problems. I will state here that teachers still use traditional teaching styles that not apply the aspect of thoughts among students. Also, teachers still lack understanding of the theory in the application of Bloom taxonomy. According to the review Anderson and Grover 2001 in mathematics teaching. We know that traditional teaching style, I mean teacher-centered, it will simply a barrier to shaping high-level thinking student. There is no two-way interaction between teacher and student with student in classroom. In other situation, there is no specific model that can be used by mathematics teacher as a guide to apply thoughts in teaching and learning.
Okay, Faisal, who are the participants of your study and why did you choose them?
Yeah, doctor, repeat again.
Who are the participants of your study and why did you choose them?
Okay. The first participant is teacher year 5, teaching in mathematics in primary school. Second, year 5 student in both of primary school, namely SK Kampung Gelam and second is SK Kampung Payung Rumput in Melaka. Second question here.
Why? Why is standard for 5 students?
Why? Okay. Okay. I choose mathematics teacher because I'm a motion mathematics teachers. Second, a total of 71 year 5 students in Kampung Gelam and SK Payung Rumput were selected because they have many classes and many students. Total 71 year 5 students.
Thank you.
Okay.
I have one question, Faisal.
Yeah.
Okay, how do you know that your findings are correct?
Yes.
How do you know that your findings are correct?
Okay. I think my finding is to evaluate the impact of the integration of Grasha teaching style and Anderson and Crowell taxonomy HOTS from the aspect of HOT mastery level and student academic achievement. Then I chosen a quasi-experimental design. I chosen the quasi-experimental method because the samples was selected not sample random but cluster random for both group, namely treatment group and a control group. That's why in this research, I select the primary school because I teach primary school in mathematics.
Okay.
Faisal, I have one question regarding taxonomy Bloom. And when your respondents were the students in standard 5, and based on your observation, what is the highest level of taxonomy that can they achieve? And the second question is regarding, do you think that the students, it is really difficult to remember or to solve complex problems based on the level? Which is the most difficult thing based on those two?
Okay, Doctor. Okay, the first question is, can you, Doctor, repeat again? The second I hear.
Okay. What's the highest level? Highest level, C1 until C6?
Oh, highest level.
Yeah.
Okay, the highest level is plating. The highest level is plating because student want to make idea to creating some example to creating a shape without the sorry. I repeat again. The highest levels of taxonomy, understand, and trouble is the rating. And student do not have the knowledge to create think about their subject like mathematics because the teacher have no knowledge and experience to teach high level of the taxonomy, understand, and trouble in level teaching. That's all.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
No. Okay, Faisal, thank you for your participation. Actually, your topic is a very good topic. It's novel actually because you know you are trying to implement HOTS among primary students itself. All right. So all the best with your studies. All right.
welcome.
And
Thank you.
yeah, thank you. Have a nice day.
Okay.
Yeah. Bye.
Thank you, Faisal. You may leave
Okay.
our meeting room now. Congratulations. Faisal, you may leave our meeting room now. Thank you. Okay, right.
Okay.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Siti Khadijah binti Anis. Play is a part of children's world, and based on the importance of playing, it can help children to improve their problem-solving skill. So, what the teacher's role? So, the teacher's role is to design learning activity based on games. But the problem is there is no any guide to help teachers to design the learning activity. So straight to the point, this study is to develop non-digital games framework based on problem-solving skill for preschool, early mathematics. So this study has three main objectives. First is reduce needs. Second is design and development of the framework, and third is evaluations of the framework. So proceed to the first phase of this study. These studies are using a survey using need analysis. So the findings is there is a need to develop this framework. Then second phase is design and development. So design phase, I'm using nominal growth technique. Based on expert validation, and this stage is proposed 5 main components and 41 elements. So after that, we are proceed to development phase. We will process, I'm using interpretive structural method based on the consensus of expert. Okay, the finding is this framework has 5 main components, and every component has their own elements. So the final phase is evaluation of this framework. I'm using a fuzzy Delphi method, and it is to use the usability of the framework among the teachers, and the findings show the high acceptance from the teachers. So the conclusion is the 4 non-digital games based on problem solving skills for preschool early mathematics was developed. So that's all. Thank you so much.
Okay, Siti, Khadija, can you hear me?
Yes, yes.
Loud and clear.
Very clear.
I also can hear you clearly. Okay, how are you today?
Alhamdulillah.
Okay, good.
Good, I'm good.
Okay, good. Are you right now, are you in staff room?
No. At school, at lab, computer lab.
Oh, okay, all right. So congratulations for being able to participate. All right.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, all right. Okay, so now we will start Q&A session. Okay. All right. Okay. Why did you particularly choose this topic? What is the problem statement of your study?
Okay, problem statement of this study is based on, first why I choose this research, because my interesting and based on my experience. Then my problem statement is there is no any specific guides or references for preschool teacher especially, and based on my reading and LR literature review, mostly framework is for non-digital game or digital game framework is only for secondary school, primary school, or high education, for higher education. But for preschool, until now I didn't get and I didn't found. So based on my problem solving is there is no uh, clear references, clear guide, and there is no main components and element for this framework. So that's all.
Okay, thank you.
All right. Okay. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. So Siti Hatijah, right?
Yes.
I just want to ask you only one question. What is your research contribution?
Okay, my research contribution is especially for preschool field. Especially I developed for a framework, non-digital game framework for problems problem solving skill for early mathematics. So the contribution from my finding at stage 3, I get high acceptance from the teachers. Okay, so they from the findings, all the teachers uh, apa, uh, accept this framework, and they can apply this framework for their teaching and learning process, especially for early mathematics. Okay, that's all.
Right. Wish you all the best.
Okay, thank you.
Assalamualaikum Siti Khadijah.
Waalaikumsalam.
I have one question. This about
Yes.
can you describe your students at the preschool, right? So what
Yes.
are the type of your learners? I mean, the learning style of your participants or respondents.
Okay, learning style. Actually, my research is based on non-digital games. So it's based on not gaming. Game-based learning. Game-based learning is stable for preschool student. So my uh, it's based on games. It's based on playing. For my research lah.
Okay, thank you, Siti Khadijah.
Okay.
There's no question.
I have one question, Siti Khadijah.
Okay.
How many participants are involved in your study?
Pardon, Doctor?
How many participants or how many respondents are involved in your study?
Okay, my study is divided by three phases. First is my research is based on DDR, development, design and development research. So it's divided by three phases. So first phases is need analysis. Need analysis phase involve 130 teachers, preschool teachers. Then for second phase is design and development, involve 12 experts from their field. Okay. Then for third phase is evaluation phase, involve 19 preschool teacher as experts.
So your study
yes.
So your study does not involve students, is it?
Yes, it's based on teachers and experts in problem solving skill, preschools, then games, instructional designs, experts. It's relate to experts and preschool teachers. It's not for children.
Not for students.
Yes.
Oh, but you mentioned just now for preschool, right?
Yes, yes.
Okay, you mean it will be useful for preschool teachers?
Yes, as a guideline for teachers, design learning activity for by using digital games.
Okay, Siti Khadijah, thank you very much. Okay, for your
Okay.
time. All right, wish you all the best with your study and also the competition, right? Okay.
Okay, thank you so
Have a
much.
nice day. Bye.
Thank you, Siti Khadijah. You may leave our meeting room now. Congratulations.
Yes, productive. Soalan next.
Hi, my name is Siti Salwa binti Abdul Muttalib. My research is about framework of the best practice customer service delivery among homestay operator of the program in Malaysia. The homestay program is one of the alternative tourism product that offer accommodation service as well as the experience of family life. You may live with the host and feel the experience of interacting with the local community in terms of their lifestyle and culture. However, most of the homestay in Malaysia are still at weak or moderate level of competitiveness. Customer service aspect is one of the main problems identified as causing customer dissatisfaction. Service provided by homestay operator in Malaysia are still at lower level. Previously, most of the study emphasized on the aspect of service quality. Meanwhile, there is no study emphasized the aspect of customer service delivery in homestay operation, which are wider and more focused on service. This study carried out the mixed exploration design, which involved two phases, namely qualitative and quantitative approach. The finding of this study found that there are four domain and acting element. Human relations are very important to make sure that the customer feel close to the homestay operator. The relationship not just between the homestay, the owner and the customer, but it is like a friend and family. Thus, it will make them feel pleasure. Skill will give the advantages to the homestay operator to handle the customer desire, emotion and problem in a good way. Customer will place their full trust on the operator capabilities. Knowledgeable homestay operator will make the service become more easy. The information about the history, tourist attraction place, current issue, and so on will be provided at any time if required. Attitude is not something that we can manage or plan. We cannot, what we think will portray in our attitude. We cannot be fake, as sincerity in giving the service matter the most. Last but not least, this framework is expected to be the guideline for the homestay operator for their self-improvement, as well as giving the idea to the Ministry of Tourism, Art and Culture of Malaysia about the importance of service delivery that have to be emphasized. That's all for today. I hope it will give you the idea about how important the service delivery in homestay operation. And let's be part of homestay program family. Thank you for watching this video. See you again.
Can you hear me? Siti Salwa, can you hear me? Good morning, Siti Salwa. Good morning.
Boleh chat box.
We can't hear you.
Alright. Baca tak? Chat.
Hello, good morning, Siti Salwa. Siti Salwa, good morning. Siti Salwa, good morning.
I don't know why. Huh? I don't know why. Ni, please type. So, unmute dia punya microphone.
Can she hear us?
No.
tiba-tiba dia buka dia punya tu. Dia pakai ni kan, earphone kan. Dia pakai earphone. Lupa ke? Tu. Unmute.
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 Nampak yang merah kecil.
Hello.
Okay, Siti Salwa, good morning.
Good morning.
Okay, how are you today?
I'm fine.
Okay, good. So we just heard your presentation. Okay. Okay. Congratulations for participating in this competition. All right. Okay. So now we will have Q&A session, right? Question and answer session. Okay. Are you okay now? Are you still nervous? I guess.
I've been nervous.
Okay. All right. Just cool down. Okay. Just relax. All right. Yeah. Okay. So, what made you choose this topic?
Okay. First of all, my family is part of homestay program participant, and this program have given the benefits to the most people in the village who have no income. They can use their own house to rent their own house to get income, and also it's in the same time it will reduce the economic gaps between the rural and the urban area. And here I see the problem in making this program successful. There is customer service delivery, because before this also I've made the pilot study, and it is a pilot study with the foreign tourists and also the local tourists. They said that the important thing in homestay program is the service, customer service. Is if customer service fail, then overall all of the service will fail. That's all.
Okay. Thank you. Now I would like to invite questions from other judges.
No, I don't have any questions.
Hi, Siti Salwa.
Hi.
Salwa,
Yeah.
I have a question regarding the benefits of organizing homestay apart from the generating revenue for the family. Can you explain other benefits for joining the homestay program to us?
Other benefit, you can mingle around with the tourists. Some maybe it's give the benefits to the local villages who are not familiar with the tourists, and for the person who are lonely, all folks who stay alone in a house have the company when tourists rent their house, because this program is like a family. They call it anak angkat. So the person who stay in this in their house is like their family. So after they're going back, the anak angkat also contact them and still contact, not apa, tak putus macam tu. The relationship not just there.
They still keep in touch, right?
Just keep in touch, yes.
Okay, Salwa, my follow-up question is, based on your observation or your study, what's the major attraction of homestay? In other words, why people are choosing to stay at homestay rather than a hotel or other chalet?
Okay, this program different with other accommodation service like hotel and B&B or so whatsoever. The difference is the culture attachment, which they can feel they can stay with the host, homestay program host. They can stay with the host family, mingle around with the family, like their own family, and they have been exposed with the traditional, like traditional dance, music, and costume or whatsoever, and they also feel the daily life of the host, like such as Malay tradition, how Malay eating, greeting, enter house without shoes, how they serve the food, and also how people doing their job. Such as when the host is the farmer, and they will follow the homestay operator to their workplace and feel such as what people do in paddy field, palm oil plantation, whatsoever. That's different between hotel. You cannot feel that that activities. You cannot feel that. You cannot experience it.
Okay, thank you, Salwa.
Salwa, I have one more question. What are the research instruments used in your study to collect data?
My research instrument is sequential exploratory mixed method, which involve two phases. First is qualitative, and then followed by quantitative. Sorry.
Yeah. So how do you collect data?
First, apa tu? When qualitative phase, I collect the data from interview session with the expert and document analysis method, and then followed by quantitative approach, which the domain and element have validated with by the 20 competitive homestay operator in Malaysia, and it is also and then it validated by PCA, principal component analysis, to see the domain and whether the domain and element is unidimensional or not.
Okay. Have you so far interviewed anybody?
Yeah, interview 9 expert related with the homestay program and customer service area.
All right. Okay, so I think that's all. Any more questions, judges? No question. Okay. Okay, Siti Salwa. All right. I think it's a very interesting program. Okay, so I wish you good luck. Okay, with the program and also your study as well. All right.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
So thank you for participating. No need to feel nervous, huh? All right. You did well. Okay.
Okay.
All
Thank
right.
you.
Okay. All right. So thank you very much. Have a nice day. Bye.
Bye.
Yeah. Okay, good morning, everyone.
Morning.
I think you can hear me, all right? So we are going to announce the winners for today. But before that, just a few words from me, and I'm just representing, some comments from the panel of judges. Firstly, I would like to thank all of you, all right, for participating, all right. All of you, in fact, we can see that you have given your best, all right. You have actually prepared your video very nicely, and you actually answered, the questions that we asked, okay, in a very proper manner, all right. So we really appreciate that, all right. It was not easy for us to choose the winners. All right, it was not easy because all of you were good. All right, all of you were good. However, having said that, all right, the rule of thumb is that we have to choose the winners. All right, so there are 8 of you here, so we have to, with a lot of difficulties, we have finalized 3 people. However, this doesn't mean that the other 5 of you, it doesn't mean you're not good. As I mentioned earlier, it was not easy for us. Okay, even the range of marks, okay, the difference of marks are not very big. Okay, so if you win, if you did not win, also probably you just lost a few marks here and there. All right. But take it as a good experience, all right. Participating here, probably you have heard the questions that we asked, so probably you can polish on that, and you can use that for your next participation. Okay, because when you participate, the spirit is what we welcome, all right? It's not just the winner, all right? Okay. We looked at two parts, basically. The first one is presentation, whether you are able to present the full scope of your study within that 3 minutes, all right? And also how you present, the kind of background that you use, and also your own preparation in terms of the content and also the language and also your delivery. Okay, so that is on the presentation part. The other section was the Q&A session, the question and answer session. All right, how confidently you could answer the questions. All right, and how, especially in terms of research convention. All right, because this is not simply just any topic, but this is research based. All right, so we have looked at all those things, all those criteria, and based on that, we have identified 3 winners for today. All right, so I think I will announce number 3 first, and then number 2, and finally the winner. Right. So number 3 goes to Siti Salwa. Okay, all right. All right. Okay, so the second place goes to Muhammad Najib. All right. Okay. So now, finally, the first place and the person who is going to represent this particular group, okay, this particular social science department would be Bambang Hengki. All right. Okay.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Yeah. Okay. So the rest of you, as I mentioned just now, thank you very, very much for participating. All of you did very, very well. Okay. So for those who managed to win for today, there are also areas for you to polish. Please contact your faculty. Please keep in touch with CGS so that you can improvise further. All right, and don't forget to participate again Yeah. All right. Next time around. Okay. All right. So having said that, thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Okay. So have a nice day. All right. Nice meeting you all. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you. Bye. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you.